Hey friends, it's Shanila, and I wanted to pop on here and give you an energy read of 2022. And I know we're going to be getting into the New Year's New Me rhetoric, the New Year's resolutions, the vision boards, the manifestations, the lists, and the over planning that's going to come up in the next couple of weeks. But I wanted to come here and ground down with you and let you know about the energy that is available for us going into 2022. And if we don't know each other already, hello, I'm Shanila. I'm the founder of Always Play Studios and the Integrative Healing Academy, where I train sound healers, breathwork facilitators, and mentor healers in the healing arts. I'm the author of a book called Breathe, and I host a really fun podcast called The Playground, all about the good stuff, the spiritual exploration, personal development, magic, mysticism, it's all on there. And so listen, if we're going to be talking about 2022, we kind of have to backtrack a little bit and kind of see how it led us up to 2022. So let's go back into 2020. And I know it's like hashtag trigger, but let's go back there for just a second. So in tongue in cheek and kind of jokingly, we were like 2020 vision, like open up your eyes. But essentially that's what 2020 was for us as a collective, regardless of where in the world you live in, what your individual experience of 2020 was. There was a very big collective eye-opening that happened for us in 2020, right? We got a deep look at the things that are working, a deep look at the things that are not working, a deep look at the systems and the regulation, deep look at ourselves as individual and how we participate in society. It was very eye-opening, right? Like you kind of got this veil pulled off, out of your eyes, and you kind of just got to see the truth. You got to see kind of the function of what you exist in. And so, as upveiling that was for you, it really, really ignited the next year, which was all about asking the question, why, right? 2021 was this energy of really questioning everything, questioning yourself, questioning why do you have the job that you have, questioning why do you hang out with the people that you hang out with, questioning why do you think the things that you think, why do you behave the way that you behave. So there was a deep, deep introspection that was happening for all of us that was just about what is my role and how am I participating in co-creating in society, in the world, in the universe, whatever context that you want to look at it in. You were really questioning the why. And so there's two parts to that. One is it's really exciting when you're asking why, because it opens up a whole new perspective for you. It opens up the possibilities in the grid of your consciousness. You get to see things from a different angle. It's super exciting, but at the same time it's really terrifying when you were just oh my gosh, I'm just on autopilot and I'm just kind of doing things and moving through the world without really having intention around it, and I'm not really thinking about it, and I'm not being critical about it. I'm not I'm not processing it through my feelings. I'm not processing it through my emotions. I'm kind of just doing things for the sake of just doing them. So 2021 had this heavy energy of just slapping you around the face and just being you got to question these things, or you're going to continue to recreate patterns and habits in your life that you might not really be satisfied with going forward. And it was this super deep realization, oh my gosh, that is true. And I actually do have agency and control over that, right? It was the first time you realize actually I don't have to do these things, and actually I don't have to put up with these things, and I actually don't have to think this way, and I have a choice in how it is that I want to navigate through my life, through my job, through my friends, through my relationships, through my parents, through my own inner healing, my own self-development, and my own exploration. And I'm gonna give myself permission to want that for myself. And that's a big deal for a lot of us, right? Because a lot of our belief system is kind of projected onto us. But now you had this opportunity to kind of ask why do I think that? Why do I act that way? Why do I feel this way? So it was a super big questioning year. And so that 2020, opening up your eyes, 2021, really letting you be in this questioning type of energy leads us into this 2022 year, which is all about initiation. So it's what are you going to do about it? So your eyes are open. Cool. That's nice. Write me a card. Here's a gold sticker for you. You question things. All right, cool. That's fine too. That is part of the process. But what are you going to actually initiate right now? What are you going to do about that? And so practically what that means, and this isn't any context, it could just be about, what you want to do in your business, what you want to do in your relationship, what you want to do in your friendship, what you want to do in a project that you've been thinking about. It's irrelevant to how you want to apply this energy, but it is really just about taking action towards the thing that you want to see come into fruition into your life right now. So you had time to think. You had time to open your eyes. You had time to ask questions about and investigate and really navigate why do I want to see change? Why do I want to create change? Why do I want to participate in this way? You had time to do all of that all last year. And now this year coming up, 2022, is about actually putting that into an action plan, really initiating an action towards that. And so, I do want to clarify for you that actions can be as big as or small as you want it to be. Actions aren't always just this big, showy type of thing in your life. It's okay, I'm just leaving my job and I quit. It can, you can do that. I'm not telling you yes or no. That's up to you. But actions can be just this micro choice that you make in your life that adds up over time. So maybe you don't quit your job. Maybe you have this interest in being an entrepreneur. You want to work for yourself. You want to have, different, a different arrangement to your life. Maybe that is something you want, but maybe the action isn't about quitting today and quitting right now and just leaving and saying, I'm out and I'm all in. Maybe that's not what it is for you. Maybe it's about setting yourself up to have, things in your schedule that add to you being able to do something like that, to be able to add to your entrepreneurship journey. So what are the things that you're going to do that's going to create consistency? And I know you don't want to hear that word. What are the things that are going to create consistency in your life? How are you going to create discipline in your life and allow for these micro choices to add up over time? Okay. And so the big takeaway for 2022 and leaning into 2022 is, what is it that you're activating right now? Is it confidence? Is it your own inner healing? Is it just a better understanding of yourself? Is it that you want to, work in sustainability? You want to have a business, you want to have a relationship, you want to have different friendships? What is the action that you took in order to have that be a reality in your life? Did you do anything, or were you just oh, I'm just going to put it on my list and then I'm literally not going to do anything about it? Or I'm just going to quote unquote manifest, but then I'm not going to actually take any actions towards that manifestation. I'm going to cut out newspaper clippings and put it on my vision boards, but I'm not going to take any action towards making those things come into my reality, my tangible reality, right? And so this isn't about the type of dream you can have. You can have whatever level of dream you want to have. You can have big dreams, small dreams, medium dreams, micro dreams, but it's just to say that you've been dreaming. 2022, open up your eyes. 2020, open up your eyes. You've been dreaming. There's been possibilities that have opened up for you. There's a whole different world of possibilities and perspectives that are opened up for you. You spent time thinking about them, whether they were exciting for you or whether they were terrifying for you. You still spent time thinking about those things, right? So you did the ground level work, you did the foundational building work, and now it's really about you initiating those things into this reality that you want to see come into fruition. All right. So 2022, practically, it just means, okay, as you're creating these lists, as you're creating your visions, as you're writing down your desires, as you're creating your vision boards, as you're doing all these things, what is the practical action that you're going to commit to taking through the whole year? Not just January, those are called New Year's resolutioners. They set big goals for themselves, and they have consistency for about 2 weeks towards those goals. And then they're okay, no, then they fall off the track. So how is it that you can stay consistent in this action? Okay. And maybe it's a set of action, and maybe those actions change over the years, but essentially what you're doing is allowing yourself to initiate yourself. So if this is about you building confidence in yourself, how are you initiating that? If this is about you calling a relationship into your life, How are you initiating that? Is this about you bringing friends into your life, or network, opportunities, projects, and you want to create cool things, you want to do arts and crafts, and you want to make music? How did you initiate that? Were you just sitting here and just be like, yeah, wah, 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 that kind of energy? Or did you take that micro vibrational action towards that thing that helps you initiate that thing into your reality? Okay, so I leave you here with that, and let me know in the comments if you're watching on the video or if you're listening to it on the podcast. Let me know, like, what is it that you want to initiate? Like, make a big statement about it. It's like, be consistent, but then also like make a commitment to yourself. What do you want to initiate? Let me know in the chat, and definitely follow, subscribe, etc., etc. I'm Shanila, and I'll catch you soon.